how to pronounce these 8 initials? B, P, M, F, D, T, N, L. Wrong! In the first lesson, I've told you Chinese pinyin uses Roman alphabet as its written form, but it has totally different pronunciation. So it should be bo, po, mo, fo, de, te, ne, la. Welcome to In Chinese and Fasten the Belts. I'm Xinyu. If you are interested in learning Chinese, subscribe my channel and give me a thumb up. Then you will never miss any of my lessons. In today's lesson, I've got 3 parts for you. Part 1, the 8 initials. Bo, po, mo, fo, de, te, ne, le. Part 2, the comparison of the 8 initials. Part 3, the practice time. In today's video, I have a gift for you, which is a free PDF of today's lesson I compiled. And we're starting right now. Bo, po, mo. They are bilabial consonants. What is it? It means when you pronounce it, both of your lips are closed. De, te, ne, le. They are alveolar consonants, which means the tongue touches the part of the mouth behind the upper front teeth. Alright, let's check them one by one. The first one is bo, bo. Actually, the initial's real sound is b, b. If I pronounce the real sound, you cannot hear me clearly and it cannot help you to learn it well. So every initials I pronounce, I will add a final and the first time after it will let you to hear it clearly. That will help you to distinguish each initials better. Bo is a plosive initial. When pronouncing bo, you have to close your mouth and let the air go through your mouth. In the meantime, your lips block the airflow. And in a very short time, the airflow breaks through your lips. Bo, bo. And also, bo is not aspirated. So when you pronounce bo, the airflow is very, very weak. You can take a piece of paper and let it close to your mouth. You try to pronounce bo, the piece of paper will not move when you pronounce it. Bo, bo. The second one is po, po. Same as bo. Po is a bilabial and plosive initials, but the only difference is that po is aspirated. When you pronounce po, the airflow is stronger and you need to exhale more. Now, put the paper in front of your mouth. When you pronounce it, the piece of paper will tremble violently because of your airflow in the mouth. Let's do it. Po, 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 po. Number 3 is mo, mo. Mo is a bilabial initial, but it's a nasal sound. During the pronunciation, your mouth is tightly closed, and the air will come out from your nose. So let's pronounce it. Mo, mo. And we have the fourth one. Fo, fo. Fo is a labiodental and fricative initial. When you pronounce it, your upper teeth has to touch lower lip tightly. like a squirrel teeth. And the air will escape through them. So let's try it. Fall, 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 fall. And we have the fifth one. De, de. De is an alveolar sound but not aspirated. When you pronounce it, your tongue touches the part of the mouth behind the upper front teeth. It's similar like the English alphabet de. Okay, hold your paper, and you really want to blow it, but you cannot. De, de. We have the sixth one. Te, te. Te is an alveolar initial and the aspirated sound. The only difference between te and de is that when you pronounce te, the airflow is much stronger in your mouth. So exhale more. Te, 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 te. And we have the seventh one. Ne. Ne. Ne is an alveolar initial and the nasal sound. When you pronounce it, your tongue touches the part of the mouth behind the upper front teeth and completely block the air from your mouth. In the meantime, let air go through from your nose. So let's do it. Ne, ne. And we have the last one. Le, le. Le is an alveolar initial but the lateral sound. When you pronounce le, let air go through from your mouth but not the nose. So let's do it. Le, le. That's 8 initials. Let's read them together. Bo, po, mo, fo, de, te, ne, le. If you have already grasped them right now, give me a thumb up. And now let's compare these 8 initials. I divide them into 3 groups. Group 1, bo, po, mo. They are all bilabial initials. Let's compare bo and po first. The only difference between bo and po is aspirated and unaspirated. Po is not aspirated, so when we pronounce it, we should use less airflow. And po is aspirated, so when we pronounce it, we should use more airflow. Bo, bo, po, po. And mo is different because of its nasal sound. The airflow goes through from the nose. More, more. So let's read them together. Bo, po, mo. Easy. And the second group is de and te. They are alveolar initials. The only difference is de is not aspirated and te is aspirated. So when we pronounce de, we use less airflow. But when we pronounce te, we use more airflow. Let's try it. De, de, te, te. And the last group is ne and le. They are alveolar initials. The only difference is that the ne is the nasal initials and le is non-nasal initials. When you pronounce ne, the airflow will come from your nose. When you pronounce le, it will come out from the 2 sides of the tongue in the mouth instead of from the nose. So let's pronounce it. Ne, ne, 了 As a Sichuaner, I could not distinguish n and l in the past because our accent doesn't have l sound. So I practiced n, l tongue twister a lot when I was in the uni. So let's try it. 刘奶奶找牛奶奶买牛奶，牛奶奶给刘奶奶。Oh my god! Again. 刘奶奶找牛奶奶买牛奶，牛奶奶给刘奶奶拿牛奶，刘奶奶说牛奶奶的牛奶不如，刘奶奶说牛奶奶的牛奶不如刘奶奶的牛奶，牛奶奶说刘奶奶的牛奶会牛奶。I'm a Chinese teacher, I can't do it.
2,000 years later.
刘奶奶找牛奶奶买牛奶，牛奶奶给刘奶奶拿牛奶，刘奶奶说牛奶奶的牛奶不如刘奶奶的牛奶，牛奶奶说刘奶奶的牛奶会流奶。
正确。
I did it. That's all about the 8 initials. Alright, it's AKA Xinyu from CDC.
Showtime.
DJ, drop the beat. When the dog ball make the ball, and they say, "Oh, more." Went to clean, and they found another dog, and they ask, "You friend?" "Oh, for." The dog answered, "N. So he's French. He say no. Chinese, yo. Okay, let's do the first practice. Please listen to me and write down the finals you hear. 波 摸 了 Practice 2. Please listen in the following initials. Choose the correct one and fill in the blank. 坡 佛 的 Practice 3 is a quiz. Among the 8 initials, which ones are the names of initials? Write down the answer in the comment section. I will reply them one by one. That's it for today. Today we've learned the 8 initials. And I have a gift for you, which is a free PDF of today's lesson I compiled. You can get it in the description. In the next lesson, we're going to learn the thing you love but hate. The Chinese tones. If you enjoyed this lesson, why don't you be a blessing and share it with a friend? I appreciate you and I wish you the very best in your life. I'm Xinyu. See you next week. 么么哒。
Yahoo!